Hello everyone, good morning. Can you confirm audible or not? So the last session we discussed about the positions, right? Okay, which
Yes,
is
sir.
static, absolute, and relative, and fixed, and sticky. Okay, at the same time, okay, we discussed about one simple web page we created, right? One web page we created, and that web page we deployed, or that's all. And that web page we deployed. Now, if you observe here, if it is like an absolute, which one it's going to take as a reference? It's take parent as a reference when if the parent has other than static position or not. If it is like a relative, it's take which one as a reference?
Current position is in
Take
reference.
the current position, right? Currently where I am, from there it's going to move top, right, left, bottom. If it is like a fixed, okay, it is take which one as a reference? It's take viewport as a reference. If it is like a sticky, then the time it is like, okay, yesterday we not added sticky, right? Okay, just add that sticky too. If it is like a sticky, it is going to stick when I reach to that particular position. Okay, when I reach top 0, okay, there you can stick. Like that you need to write the code. Okay, let me open our workspace folder. The next one is like, we discussed something about responsive also, right? Media queries also we discussed or not yesterday. Okay, if you run this, how we can run it? So far I run, right click on this one, reveal in file explorer, and double click on this one, right? Okay, initial I want to go with this approach, but now onwards I don't want to go with this. I want to go with a live server. So in your VS Code, can you do one thing? Go to the extension section. Go to extension section. Here, just type live server. Just type live server. Okay, this is the extension you can install in your VS Code. I already installed. That the reason it is showing like uninstall button. If you not install button is going to be visible for you. Just install live server extension. Whenever you install this live server extension, okay, you can see one extra option to your HTML files. What is that option? If you do right click, before live server installation, this option you not see. But once you install the live server extension, you can see the first option open with live server. Okay, once you install the live server, you can see this option and you can click on this one. Now directly it is going to open that particular web page with C, not file protocol, with HTTP protocol in my local server 5500 port number it is going to open. Okay, so that prefer this one. Understood? Okay, yesterday we completed this one, right? For example, I have a content. That content is like use content. Okay, at that time, go to index.html. After the menu, I want to place some content. I want to place some content. So we can place one class content. That content can be anything, okay? That content can be anything. Now, this is my content. Can you go here? Go to styles.css. Okay, now content. Now content. In this particular content, just I want to add some minimum height. Minimum height is like 1000 pixel, for example. Minimum height is like how much? Minimum height is like 1000 pixel. Now if you come here, if I refresh the page, now see, you able to see the scroll bar or not? Why? Because my content is like 1000 pixel, right? Now see, if you scroll this one, see my content is like scrolling or not. Here one thing you have to observe, the footer is like fixed. Why? Because you added like a fixed position or not. But my requirement is what, this particular menu also I want to stick whenever I reaches like top 0. For that purpose, can you do one thing? Can you go to our UL? This is the menu, right? Can you add one position called as a sticky? One position called as a sticky, and whenever it reaches like a top 0, then that time can you stick, can you stick. Now can you come here, this is my page. Now if I refresh, if I refresh, now if I scroll this one, if I scroll this one, see, whenever it reaches the top zero, it is stick that particular position. Now it allow you to scroll remaining content or not. Yes or no? Got my point? If you want to stick one element in that particular position, whenever it reaches, then you can go with the stick. Then you can go with the sticky. Okay, now see, it is take your reference is like what here? The viewport, body you can say, or HTML you can say. HTML is this one. This line top is like zero or not. Now, whenever it reaches top zero, it stick there, and remaining content it allow you to scroll. Remaining content it allow you to scroll. Understood? Come on. Up to okay. So up to here, anyone have any questions? Up to here, anyone have any questions? Okay. Now my requirement is what you know. Okay. Whenever if it is like a mobile view, that time I don't want okay home about contact this much a big font size. Just I want okay font size is like 15 pixel like this. Currently my font size is like how much? Current my font size is how much? If you come here, you can take it out. Current my font size is how much? Now here, this is my LI. My font weight, font size is there or not there? Font weight is there. Okay. My font size is not there. That's okay. But whenever it is like mobile view, my font size should be like my okay 10 pixel. Then the time how we can apply the CSS. I want to apply some CSS properties for that particular resolution. Then you can go with what?
Media queries.
Then you can go with the media queries. You're right. Whenever you want to apply some CSS properties to some elements for that particular resolution, then you can go with what? Media queries or not. So can I do one thing? Okay, in the web page itself, okay, for media queries, can I write like okay media.css something like this? Yes or no? Whenever you written like CSS, you have to load that CSS in the HTML or not? How we can load that CSS in the HTML? Tell me.
By using linked
Which attributes are mandatory?
relation and href.
Relation and href. Okay, relation should be like a style sheet. My href is like what?
Media
Your
dot
file
css path.
your file path you have to add it. That's all. Your file path you have to add it. Now if you come here, my media query, my media.css loaded. Now can we write the media queries based on your requirement? Now tell me, at the rate media screen, your requirement is what? And my max width is how much? Max width is how much? For example, 700 pixel. Then that time to whom you want me to apply font size is like 10 pixel. To whom you want me to apply
UL.
the font size is like 10 pixel.
UL.
We apply to my LIs or not. So you can take this one. You can take this one. Go to the media.css. Okay. Media.css. Here, I don't want all these things. What you want? Okay, I want my font
Fonts.
size is like okay 50
10 pixels.
pixel for example. I want my color also in the red whenever it is like mobile view or not. Now if you come here, okay, now see it is like a red color or not. If it is like normal, now see how it is looks like. Okay, if it is like mobile, now it is looks like this or not. Yes or no? Come on. When this particular block in the active mode in the browser, when this block active mode in the browser, whenever my screen resolution width is less than 700 pixel or not, whenever my screen resolution width is like less than 700 pixel, then that time only in this particular block whatever the CSS you written, those are like in the active mode. Here what is this selector? UL greater than LI. UL, okay, is like a parent element. LI is like all direct children or not. So in the UL, how many direct LIs are there? Those LIs applied with these two CSS properties or not. Agreed? Up to okay? Okay. Any questions? No? Okay then. Now, so far we learned like media queries, right? I already told to you media queries why we go for. If anybody asks, if you want to apply some CSS properties to some elements for that particular resolution, then you can go with the media queries. And one more answer also you can tell, okay, for responsive web designing also we can use media queries or not. For responsive web designing, responsive is nothing but based on the screen width. If you want to design something, if you want to apply some CSS properties by using CSS only, right, we can design. Yes or no? Now, not only media queries, is there any other way is there to develop a responsive web pages? Means yes, there has one more way also there. That is like by using one of the framework called as a Bootstrap.
Bootstrap.
By using Bootstrap also, we can develop responsive web pages. Now, if you come here, if you want to work with the Bootstrap, okay, already media queries are there, then why we go for Bootstrap? That is the question, right? Already media queries are there, why we go for Bootstrap? Yes or no? Okay, so one thing, if you want to use media queries, okay, you have to write the query. You have to write queries, media queries, and you have to use it, and you have to use it. Now for example, I have one more option also there, already written by someone, by someone, I want to use it. Tell me, this approach, in this approach you have to write and you have to use. In this approach who written? In this approach who written?
Some people.
Okay, some other people written. You are like what? Just use it. So which one is easy for us? You want to write and you want to use? Already existed, already used, okay, that means already written. That one you want to use. Which one is recommend, which one is easy for us?
Redefine.
Second one. Come on, first one or second one? You want to write and you can first write and use it. Already written, use it. Which one is easy for us? Second one.
Second one.
Second one.
Written, already written. Who written? You know, who written? You know, Bootstrap people already written. Okay, some CSS for responsive web designing purpose. You can use it. You can use it. Yes or no? Okay. Now, why we go for Bootstrap? If anybody asks the question, okay, let's go to the Google. Just write like a Bootstrap. Click on it. Now, if you see this one, build fast. Okay, and responsive sites with what? Bootstrap. Okay, why they said like faster? Why they said like faster? See this? Okay, to write media queries and use. Write the media queries, sometime it's going to take or not. But here, already written, that time we saved or not. Yes or no? So that, okay, build fast. Why? Because already written. For what? Responsive sites designing purpose we used Bootstrap or not. Yes or no? Up here, okay? Come on. So Bootstrap people, I said like written. What they written? Bootstrap, or what is the purpose of Bootstrap? For responsive web designing, I said. Okay, for responsive web designing, we are going to use media queries. That media queries already written by whom? Bootstrap people written. Media queries is nothing but, okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Media queries.
Yes, yes.
CSS, right? So that CSS already who written?
Bootstrap.
Bootstrap people. So they already written the CSS, means that CSS you have to use it, right? So where they written in one file, can you get that file? You know, right? How to load that file in the HTML file? Yes or no? So if you want to work with Bootstrap, first Bootstrap people, whatever they written the CSS, that CSS file is required and you can use it. How we can use? You can load in your HTML or not. So first thing is like, if you want to work with the Bootstrap, if you want to work with Bootstrap, what you have to do first? Okay, get the, come on, get the CSS file, what they written or not. Get the CSS file, what they written. Once you get it, and then load that CSS file or not. Once you load it, and then use it, and then use it. So how we can get that CSS file? How we can get that Bootstrap CSS file? Come on, how we can get that Bootstrap CSS file? Tell me, how we can get it Bootstrap CSS file? Okay,
From
don't
internet.
go to this website only. Okay, go to this website only, their official website, and from there only you can download it. Then only you can download it. Okay, now they written, right? They written, if you want to use it, you have to pay some amount or not. But Bootstrap people, what they said, whatever we written, that code is like open source. Open source is nothing but no need to pay any amount. The source code is available to you. Source code is nothing but whatever they written, that is directly available to you. You can use it. So this is like what? It is like a open source or not? Yes or no? Open source is nothing but what?
Free of
Open
cost.
source is nothing free of cost. There is no need to pay any amount. At the same time, source code also open, public. You can use it. You can change it. Okay, based on your requirement, you can change it. You can use it. Got my point? So first of all, get the bootstrap CSS file. So how we can get it? Now see, in this website only. Now see, there has node package manager. At the time of React, we are going to discuss about the node package manager. For now, leave it, and you can download this one. Now the current bootstrap version is what? That is an important 5.3. Now you can download it. Now, if you click on this one, it is navigate to one more page. In that page, see, there has a source files download. Just you can download which one you want. That's not an issue. Now see the bootstrap zip file downloaded. Now right click on it. Now right click on it and extract all. Right click and extract all. Okay, now once you extracted, now bootstrap, this is the version. Okay, in this particular one, there has JS is there, and there has CSS also there. You're looking for what? JS or CSS?
CSS.
Okay, CSS or JS at this moment, CSS. Now see, in this particular CSS, okay, folder, there has multiple CSS files are there. Okay, I'm looking for, okay, bootstrap.css. Okay, can I take this one? See, the extension is like what? CSS. Can you read this one? CSS source file. CSS source file. Got my point? Okay, if you observe here, every file has three extensions. Did you observe? First one is like bootstrap. The second one is like map file. The next one is like min file. Okay, what is the difference? First one is like bootstrap.css. It's a source file. Source file is nothing but, okay, it's like a readable format. Whatever they written, okay, that is visible directly to you. You can read it. You can see. Okay, now let me open all these files now. These three files we can open it. Can I drag and drop? If you observe these three files, first one is like bootstrap.css. Did you observe? See, whatever they written, it's like an understandable format only or not. You know this one. This is like a tag name. Okay, this is like a class name. These are the media queries. Okay, this everything is like readable format only or not. Yes or no? Readable format only or not. Now, if you come to the bootstrap.css.min, now see, it is something like not understandable format, not understandable format. It's like mixing all the things or not. Now, if you come and check here, bootstrap .css file, bootstrap min.css file, the type is like source file only. The difference is what? 275 kb is the okay, size. So here 228 kb is the size. So that bootstrap.css file, it's like normal source file. Okay, if you want the minified version is nothing but it is not understandable format. At the same time, it is like minimize the size, right? So it is like 275 KB turned to like 228. It's like minimize the size or not? Yes or no? So most of the times, okay, in the development mode, they are going to use like a source file. Why? Because okay, they want to check, okay, if they want to modify something, they can modify. But in the production, okay, bootstrap dot minified version only we are going to use. Okay, what is this minified version? All these things we'll see. For now, just remember, like, it is like a normal source file. Okay, whenever the file is like a minified, not only for CSS, for any file, JS file also we can minify. Minify is nothing but not understandable format, at the same time decrease the size. Now if you observe here the map, see here the map, it is like a big size, see, 275, 228 and 664 KB. The map files what purpose, in the production. Okay, once you deployed, yesterday we deployed dev.uijavakit.com or not. In the production, if you want to debug, then the time I need the source code in the production. That time these map files for help us to see the source code in the production. So map files we should not use in the production. Source code also we should not use in the production. Only minified version only we have to use in the production. Got my point? The difference. First one is like development purpose, normal CSS we are going to use. Production, minified version you can use it. Okay, the next one is like in the production, if you want to debug the code, map version you can use it like that. Now I am in the development mode. Can I take this source? Okay, CSS file. Come on. Can I take that CSS file? Okay, where you want me to add, in the web page only, just add that CSS. Okay. Now, if you want to use one CSS file, first what you have to do, if you want to use one CSS file, what you have to do, you have to load it or not. Yes or no? How we can load? First two CSS I written. Now this CSS who written? Bootstrap people written. Now can I write like a link relation equals to what? Okay, style sheet, and my href equals to what? And my href equals to what? My href equals to bootstrap.css or not this time? Yes or no? Now tell me, this particular bootstrap.css loaded or not loaded? Bootstrap.css loaded or not loaded? Bootstrap.css loaded or not loaded? Okay, I don't know. How we can check it? How we can check it? Right click on it and inspect it. Go to network tab. Now, whenever you refresh the page, my browser send how many requests?
7 requests.
7 requests. How much data transferred into my browser?
1.8 KB.
1.8 KB data transferred or not? From home, okay. Finished in 148, right? Okay, from resources 390 KB. Now, can I come here? Can I go to the source? This is an important for us. In the source, if you see images are there, index.html, bootstrap there, media, tiles and everything. If you open this one, now see, this bootstrap version is like 5.3 and the copyrights belongs to bootstrap others and the license is like a MIT. Wherever you see the license is MIT, then you can understand like that's like an open source one. Okay. Now, if you come here, how much code they written, the bootstrap people? How many lines of code they written? Okay, 12K lines of code they written or not? Okay, these 12K like these 12K lines, if I write from my end, obviously it is going to take some time or not? Yes or no? Agree with me? So for good, how to start work with the bootstrap? First, if you want to work with bootstrap, first thing is like you need the bootstrap CSS file. Okay, whenever the bootstrap CSS file loaded in the browser, then only you can use it or not. Then only you can use it. Otherwise, we can't. So for good. Okay, okay then. Now there has multiple things are there, na? Multiple things are there. Now go to their website only. This is their official website or not? Here there has multiple, okay, features what Bootstrap people provided. You can see here. Okay, what features Bootstrap people provided, you can see here the component section, and first you can go with the utility section and then you can come back to the component section. For example, if you want to, okay, take our website only. Okay, take our website only. There has a Google. Okay, this one is there na Google. This one I want the background color is like something like primary color, blue kind of. Then how we can, okay, very simple. If I write something like this, what happened, you only tell. Okay, see, if I write like this, class equals to, okay, bg primary, bg primary. If I write like this, okay, what you observe, just let me know what you observe.
Image background color which
Okay, now this class, okay, cut it. Now I add it to the photo. Okay, now if you come here, what you observe,
footer background.
the background color changed or not. Okay, if I write something like this, text white. Okay, now if you observe here, the text color is turned to be like what, white or not. Now tell me, this particular class, you written anywhere, did you read, did you write that one, did you? No, right? Text white, who written, you written no, right? No, right? Who written these two classes?
Bootstrapping.
Bootstrap people written or not. If you want to check, now see this. Okay, now go to bootstrap.css, control F, control F and control V. If you observe here, text bg color. Okay, text bg color, three findings are there. One is like, see, the bg color is there or not there. Okay, here the background color is like something, the opacity is like 1. This is my background color is applied or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, who written this one? BG primary class, who written? Who
Boot-
written BG primary class? Bootstrap.
Bootstrapping.
Like this, Bootstrap people provided some utilities to you. Utilities is nothing but some background colors, so borders, so text colors, so like that. Okay, now if you go to the background colors, now see, okay, BG primary is audible, BG secondary, like this. Okay, APIs they provided. Okay, if you want to use the utilities, you go with the SAS or less. This is a separate topic we'll discuss. Okay, now see, if you want to use this particular class, okay, you can use opacity 0 if you want. This is the class opacity 25 if you want. You can use this kind of class. Okay, they provided some css classes or not, first complete this one, and at the time of lesson SAS, again if you come APIs, then you can easily understand. Okay, now see, instead of giving the values directly, you can give like a, okay, variables also you can add it. Okay, how we can add all these things, we'll see. Okay, but not at this moment. Okay, you should have some idea. In the next session we are going to use like less and SAS and root, all these things you can understand that time. Okay, for now, if you go to this one, background color, now see, bg primary, bg, okay, these all, now these many colors are there. Now tell me, is it possible to remember all these color classes? Is it required? First tell me. Is it required to remember all?
Not required.
Not required, right? Why I need to remember all these things? Okay, but one thing you should remember, what you know. Okay, Bootstrap people provided, okay, some of the features for background colors. If you know that one, then the time go to the Google. Okay, very simple. Okay, what you can say, Bootstrap bg color, background color class. If you write like this, then the time automatically you can get all these classes or not. Okay, see, these classes no need to remember, but one thing you have to remember, what, some background colors future provided by the Bootstrap, that one you should remember. If you remember that one by using that text only, right, we are going to search it. Yes or no? Got my point? If you don't know about the Bootstrap, what features also they provided, then what we are going to search in the Google? That the reason, no need to remember the classes, but you should remember like what features they provided. Here the background colors future provided. Okay, borders they provided, colors, so display. Okay, these all are like classes only. These all are like classes only. Based on your requirement, which class is suitable for you, just you can okay use it. Now yesterday we discussed about the positions also, right? Okay, now see the positions. If you want to apply the static position, this is the one position static, position relative. These are the classes. Now if you come down, okay, the spacing also frequently we use the margin and padding box model we discussed or not. Okay, if you want to margin, if you want to padding, then the time you can go with the classes like this. Okay, mt0 is nothing but margin top 0. Okay, px2 means okay left to and right. Py is nothing but a top to bottom. Like this, different classes they provided. Okay, now I'm going to do one thing. Go to index.html. Okay, just I removed that footer. Okay, footer id I removed. Okay, now these also I want to remove it. Okay, footer related all the classes I removed. Now whenever you remove the footer, can I go to the styles.css? These things you can delete it. Okay, now I removed the footer. Now if I remove the footer, then the type, now see my footer where it is now. Okay, my footer where it is now, some other place it's added or not, it is not visible to me. Okay, here it is the footer. Here it is the footer. But I want always in the bottom or not. I want always in the bottom. Now using bootstrap css I want to do it. So how you know? Go to index.html. Okay, add the classes. If you want a fixed position, which bootstrap class is there?
X.
Position fixed is the bootstrap class. Okay, na? Position fixed. Position fixed is the bootstrap class. Now can you come here? Position fixed is the bootstrap class. Bottom is what?
0.
0. So bottom 0 is one more bootstrap class. No, see, bottom 0 came here or not? I want some bg prime. Okay, bg primary, something like that. So what is the class? Bg
Primary.
primary is the class. Bg primary is the class. Now the next one is like, see, I want width 100%. Then the time
W and
width 100 is like one more class. Width 100% is like one more bootstrap class. I want this particular text in the center. Then the time which
text
class is
center.
that? Text center is the bootstrap class. Now see, that is like in the center or not. I want the color is like white color. Okay, the text color should be white. Then that what is the class name? Text white is
Text
the class name. Now if you observe here, see, by using all these bootstrap classes, okay, I return, okay, I make my footer in the bottom as per my requirement or not. But in the past you written the css. Now who written this one? Bootstrap people already written or not? Yes or no? Got my point? Now the css which is coming from which file, how we can come to know? The css which is coming from which file, how we can come to know? Very simple thing. Any one of the element you can take it. Okay, this top header is there now. This is coming from which file? That one also you can see, styles.css or not. Now if you come to this particular footer one, where is that? This one, if you observe bg primary, this is coming from where? Bootstrap.css. This particular line, you have this particular class. Text white, bootstrap.css. These all are coming from where? Bootstrap.css files or not. Like that you can come to know. Understood? Up here, okay? One. Up here, okay, everyone? Okay, then like that, okay, like that, the bootstrap people provided some css classes we are going to use. See, so far the responsive designing I didn't start. Okay, bootstrap people not only responsive designing purpose they added some css, but also they provided some general classes also, like colors, okay, like alignments, like spacing, margin, and everything also. Okay, now for example, okay, the gap between content to border is what? The gap between content to border is what? The gap between content to border is what? The gap between content to border, we can say like a padding, right? If you want to give the padding, now you can give the padding top, okay, how much you want, padding top 3 and my padding bottom, okay, 2 or 3, whatever it is. Now if you observe here, top some gap, bottom some gap, I get it or not? Yes or no? Like this, there has multiple classes or there. What features they provided, you can check in the utilities section. You can check in the utilities section. Understood, everyone? Come on. Now there has one more option. Okay, there has one more feature, not option. One more feature is there. That is like what? Components. Components. If you observe here, accordion is there. Okay, accordion is a bootstrap component. How it is looks like, you know, see this. Okay. Now, for example, as per my requirement, I want a players list. If I click on the first player, Sachin details I want to show. If I click on the second player details I want to show. If I click on the third player details I want to show. Now this particular, okay, functionality, okay, this particular UI with this functionality, you can say like a accordion functionality. Okay, for example, your team lead told to you, hey, can you display these 3 players in the accordion format? Then the type, first of all, you should know what is accordion, how it looks like or not. So the accordion is like, okay, collapsible format, okay, multiple elements you have like this or not. Say this is called as accordion format. Now tell me, if you want this particular bootstrap component, is CSS is enough or JavaScript also required? Bootstrap CSS is enough or JavaScript also required? Come on, Bootstrap CSS is enough or JavaScript also required?
Bootstrap CSS
is enough. But see, one line answers tell me. HTML, what purpose we are going to use? To prepare some
content in the browser.
Content which is loaded in the browser. The CSS, what purpose we are going to use? Okay, to that particular content, I want to add some, okay, styles for look and feel purpose. But here the content loaded, that is using, okay, by using HTML. Okay, look and feel, I can make it like CSS. But see, actions, click on this one, then only open. Click on this one, opened one, close it, and open this current one. Click on this one. Now tell me, is it possible by using only HTML and CSS? Is it possible by using only HTML and CSS? No, right? Okay, if you perform some actions on my elements, then you need what? JavaScript or not? Now, see here, now can I copy this particular code, whatever they given? Okay, just copy and you can go to the content. Inside this content, just you can write, okay, I need like accordion. Now just paste this code. Just paste this code. Okay, now this one I want in the center. My class name equals to text center. Now come here. This is my accordion. Now see, if look and feel wise, it's okay. But if you come here, if you click on this one, it is performing the action or not performing the
Not performing.
why? Because CSS you added, that the reason look and feel okay. But if I click on this one, it should turn to be like what? Come on, if I click on this one, you have to perform some actions or not? Okay, how we can perform the action?
By using JavaScript.
Based on JavaScript.
Or not, by using JavaScript. But here JavaScript is not there, right? So JavaScript already written by whom? Already written by whom? Already by Bootstrap people only or not? See here, in this, not only, okay, in this, not only CSS, they added, they given like what? JavaScript also or not? In this also 3 files you can find it. Okay, map files are there, min files are there, normal source file also there. Can I take this source file? Yes or no? Okay, can I add here? Yeah. Now, whenever you load index.html, I want to load what? Whenever you load index.html, I want to load what? I want to load JavaScript also or not? If you want to load the JavaScript, how we can load it? If you want to load the JavaScript, how we can load it? If you want
by using script tag.
Okay, using link tag. If you want to load one external JavaScript file, how we can load it? Using script tag. My script source equals to, source is the mandatory attribute. Okay, here, what is my file name? Bootstrap.js is the file. Bootstrap.js is the file. Now, can you come here? Okay, can I refresh? Now, JS file loaded or not, how we can check? Inspect it, go to source. If you observe here, bootstrap.js there or not there?
There.
Bootstrap.js is there or not there? Yes, there. Okay, whenever the bootstrap.js file is there, now see here, the functionality is working as expected or not. See this. Yes or no? Agreed, ah? So what you understood? Whenever you want to use the bootstrap components, only CSS you want to use, bootstrap.css.
Okay.
If you want to use the components, okay, that means they are going to perform some actions on the elements like this. Then the time the CSS is not enough. You have to go with what? Come on, you have to go with what? You have to go with okay, JS file or not. Okay, like this there has multiple. Okay, now for example alerts are there. Okay, whenever the page login page, you can take it, username and password is like wrong, then the time you can take this alert, you can show the message or not. Yes or no? Now badge. Okay, now see, if you want to show something like this. Okay, if you want to show some text with some designing like this, then the type you can go with the badge. This class who written, bootstrap people written breadcrumbs. Okay, see, the terminology is important. Why? Because whenever in your company they ask like, hey, can you implement the breadcrumbs in your project, then the time at least you should have an idea what is breadcrumb, how it looks like. Breadcrumb is nothing but the okay menu management like this. See this home library. If I click on the okay navigation, first I'm in the home to library navigated. I'm in the library to data I navigated. Now I'm in the data. If you want to go to the library, click on this one. If you want to go to the home, click on this one. See here the functionality not work, but the look and feel, if you want to, you can go with this one or not. Understood? Got my point? Okay, now if you want that one, okay, just you can use. Now this is accordion. Now save this. Now come here. Here can I write like a h3? Okay, but from I want some gap. Okay, class margin bottom 3, margin bottom 3. If I write like this, see how it looks like. Now if I refresh, okay, now see, oh no, the look and feel, okay, library, okay, home, it is not navigate anywhere, but the look and feel like this or not. If you want, I need a breadcrumb in the center and I need some gap also. Okay, how we can make it like center? Text center. Okay, I want gap top also. Then you can go with what? Margin top 3. Now, see, there has a gap is there or not, the top and bottom. Yes or no? If you want top and bottom, no need to write two classes. No need to write two classes. Top and bottom, you can go with the X. Okay, x margin, x means top and bottom. Y,
MY.
y means top and bottom. X means left and right, right? Yes. Okay. Understood, everyone? The next one is like, okay, buttons. If you want to make it like buttons look and feel like this, you can go with the buttons. Okay, after our break we are going to create like a responsive form. That time we are going to use these buttons. Okay, button group, a group of buttons. If you want to show some content in the card, okay, like this. If you want to show, okay, if you want to show some content in this particular format, then the type, okay, you can use like a cards. You can use like cards. Okay, now if you come here, see how the card is looks like. Where is that? Yes. Div class rem code body. Yeah, here it is like code is visible. That particular image is not there, right? That the reason it is not showing anything. Okay, why this much gap is there? Just you can check it. Why this much gap? Now come here. This is my code. Okay, code is after the content you added. Now can you add the code inside the content? That's all. Can you add the code inside the content? Okay, now that the reason it is showing like that. Now the image is there, right? Just add that image source is there now. Okay, yesterday we have some images also now. Okay, can I use logo only here? Okay, what is my logo? Okay, in the images folder. Okay, can I go with the logo.png? Now can you come here? Now see my Google image is visible with some title and with some button like this or not. If you want like this, okay, you can go with that. Understood? Here the class is like what? Card. Who written this class? Okay, who written that class? If I remove this card, then the type some look and feel we missed. If you add that class card, which is written by the bootstrap people, okay, the look and feel something like this or not. Yes or no? Got my point? Now let's go with the card. Okay, the next one is like, okay, carousels also there. Carousel, you know, right? Okay, just it is going to show some slides based on your okay time interval. Okay, it's like a first slide. After some time, okay, it's go to the next slide like this. It is like moving right from one slide to another slide. Okay, then you can go with what? This is a carousel functionality. Now if you see the carousel lost functionality, okay, say this, there are so many examples are there. Now you can take the last one, maybe all the function. Now see the carousel is there. At the same time the slide label is there, and that particular slide some heading. Okay, this one is like top level, and the next level heading, and the next level heading. If you want like this, you can go with the carousel. For example, if you take some of the websites, you can see the carousels. For example, you can take um, by using React, we can develop this type of carousels. Go to the home. Images not loaded. Okay, images is there. See, it's like, okay, next one. After 5 seconds, it's go to the next one. Like this, it's going to load or not. Okay, so this kind of sliding, I mean, then you can go with the carousel future. Understood? To implement all, okay, this kind of components, if you want to implement, obviously what you needed, if you want to implement this kind of components, obviously the CSS is required. The next one is like what? The CSS is required, as well as JavaScript also required. Okay, both are required. Then only we can implement this kind of components. Okay, if it is not, then the time, okay, JS is not, that functionality is not work. Look and feel wise, it's okay, but the functionality will not work. The functionality will not work. Understood? Okay, now you can use the carousel. Carousel, you can take it. Now see, if you have the images and everything, okay, those are like what? Load. If we add some images here, how we can add the images? This is the one. Okay, here in the images folder. Okay, the first one is like logo.png. This is the Google one, right? Next one is not there. Okay, next one, this image is not there, right? If you want to add some images, you can add it. Okay, for example, this is one image, this is one image. Now go and add those images in the images folder. Okay, paste it, 1.jpg and 2.jpg. This one is like what? The images folder 1.jpg and the images folder, okay, 2.jpg. 2.jpg. Okay, no one use in the real time, okay, direct HTML. They are going to use like what? Using React or using Angular. They are going to implement this kind of carousels or not. Now it's like such in, okay, you can change the width and everything. Okay, now it's like messy. Okay, based on your requirement, you can add something. Now, if you want to show, I'll show you one more thing. Go to column scrolls. Okay, go to the React programs. Okay, anyway, at the time of React, we are going to discuss all these things. See all the components. If you see the carousel somewhere, you can find it. If you see this carousel using React, now see, first it's like such in, okay, after 5 seconds. Okay, now it is go to the next slide. Okay, after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, okay, let's go something like that. Understood? Okay, these components we developed in our own. Okay, so at the time of React, how to develop, we'll see that. Got my point? Now in the bootstrap, on top of this bootstrap, we have React bootstrap also there. React bootstrap. Okay, React bootstrap is like what? Now see, React bootstrap, the most popular front-end framework rebuilt for React, is nothing but what, you know, it is bootstrap. You can use anywhere. Okay, any UI related applications, you can use bootstrap. But I want bootstrap functionality which is like compatible with the React only. Then the time you can go with the React bootstrap. If you observe this React bootstrap, whatever you see the components, same components you can find here. Did you observe? Now accordion, now see, this is like a React code. Now React components and everything they give. So this code is going to work like in React. Okay, same carousel if you observe. Okay, this code we are going to use where? In the React. Okay, how we can use at the time of React discussion, we'll see. Understood? Bootstrap is for any UI applications. React Bootstrap specific to React. They built this React Bootstrap on top of Bootstrap only. Only for what? Only for React. See, rebuilt for React. Rebuilt for React. If you want to use in HTML and CSS JavaScript, go with React. Okay, go with Bootstrap, normal Bootstrap. If you want to go with React, then the time better to go with React Bootstrap. Okay, at the time of React discussion, how to use React Bootstrap, we'll see. But if you know Bootstrap, React Bootstrap is nothing. Okay, everyone? Come on. Okay. So the next one is like, so far we not discussed about the responsive design. Okay, responsive design, how to create the responsive forms and everything we not discussed. We not discussed. Now we are going to discuss about how to create a responsive form. For example, login form you can take it, or registration form you can take it. How you can? If you see this register.html, you written like this, right? You written like this. But look and feel wise, are you satisfied with this design? Look and feel wise, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? Okay, I'm not satisfied. Okay, I want to make it like look and feel. I want to make it like look and feel. If you see the login, okay, this is looks like this. Are you satisfied with this design? No. Okay, I want to make it like look and feel. At the same time, responsive also. Okay, based on the mobile. Okay, for example, if I use like mobile, okay, it should fit for the mobile. If it is like a normal desktop, it should be like this. I have some, okay, I have my own requirement is that this particular user ID and password in the middle, okay, my login button can feel something different. Okay, that is my requirement. Okay, this is like a normal HTML. I'm not satisfied with this. So the same forms I want to develop by using Bootstrap with responsive. Understood? Okay, for that purpose, we have one concept is there that is called as grid system in Bootstrap. What is that one? Grid system in a Bootstrap. Grid system in Bootstrap. Okay, how the grid system is going to work, how we can design or develop our responsive web forms, all these things we'll see. Okay, next within 5 minutes. Okay, you can take 5 minutes break and come. Okay. So there, are you able to hear me?
Sir,
Yeah. So what is grid system in Bootstrap? This is an important question. Okay, most of the times they're going to ask. Okay, a few questions. Why we go for Bootstrap? If anybody asks, what's your answer? Why we go for Bootstrap? Responsive web designing purpose, we are going to use like Bootstrap. That's a simple answer. Okay. The next one is like, did you use any Bootstrap classes in your application? You can tell some of the features you can say. Did you use any components, Bootstrap components in your application? You can tell some of the components accordion, model. The next one is like carousel.
result, cards,
Okay. The next one is like, what is grid system in Bootstrap? This is an important question. Okay, what is grid system in Bootstrap? Okay, let's go then. In Bootstrap, if you know Bootstrap grid system, the material UI grid system also same. The material UI grid system also same. Okay, so this is my browser. You can say this is my browser. Okay, in the browser, from here to here, can I consider like one row? Come on, one line. No? Can I consider? Can I consider like one row? Terminology wise, okay, can I take this one like a row? Can I name this like, can I name as like row? This is like one row. My row contains what in general? My row contains what in general? My row contains what? Columns, right? My row contains columns. 1, 2, 3, like this. My row contains columns or not? Now see, in Bootstrap, okay, starting to ending, okay, here to here, okay, in your web application, left side to right side, okay, you can treat that particular one as like a one row. Inside the row there has multiple columns for that. So in Bootstrap, one row they divided like how many columns? They were divided like 12 columns. One row they divided like 12 columns. Okay, so whenever you created one row, by default the row has how many columns? 12 columns. Okay, now in your hand, one row is there. My row contains how many columns? As you said, 12 columns. Now you decide, this is an important. If you have 12 columns, how many columns you want to give for your content based on your requirement? My requirement is what? Login, for example. Login form, username and the text box, right? Username or text box. The next one is what? Password, one more text box. The next one is what? Button. Yes or no? Okay, now if you come here, this is one section, I can say that is like a label section, and this is one section, I can say this is like a input control section. For example, username you not entered, you can get like what? One message. What is that message? Please enter user ID, like this. Now if you take like write test, if I click on the login, okay, it is like login, that's okay. Now for example, if it is not there, now see, if I click on this one, please enter value or please enter user ID. If I remove this one, okay, please enter value, like this or not. So this one I can say like a label, this one I can say like a input control, and this one is like error message. This one is like what? Error message. Yes or no? This one is like error message. Now see, if I enter something like this, should be in the email format. Should be in the email format. So how many sections are there? This entire thing I can say like one row. In the row, how many sections you have?
3.
3 sections you have, right? 3 sections. See, now here 3 sections. In future, I don't know. I don't know. In this particular requirement, I have 3 sections. 3 sections. So this is label section. Okay. Now this one, input control section, and this one,
Error message.
error message section or not. So how many columns in your hand?
Or
Your hand, how many columns? 12 columns are there. Now you decide how many columns you want to give for the username, how many columns you want to give for the text box, how many columns you want to give for what? How many columns you want to give for what?
error
Yeah.
message.
You decide. You decide. Understood? Got my point? Okay. For which resolution? Now come to responsive. For which resolution? If it is a mobile, how many columns you want to give for username? How many columns you want to give for the text box? How many columns you want to give for the error message? If it is like a tablet, if it is like a normal desktop, if it is like a big desktop, for my content, how many columns you want me to give based on my resolution? That one you decide. So shall we write one simple line of code? Now go to index.html. In the content section, okay, I want to design the login form here. Okay, I want to design the login form. Now first thing, everyone knows, okay, you created the login.html. Now let me copy this one and add here. Okay, let me copy this one and add here. Now save this and come here. Now this is like this. I am not satisfied with this. I'm not satisfied with this particular design. I want to go with the grid system and I want to design this particular form. Okay, if you want to go with the grid system, first what you required? One row is required or not? So let's go with, okay, whenever you use bootstrap grid system, don't work with any other elements, work with div. Why? Because div don't have any extra css. Okay, row is nothing but block level, right? Starting to ending. Yes or no? Okay, if it is a para, margin has, but my div is not having margin. That's the reason prefer div. Okay, you can put para also, but prefer div. First, this div, I want to make it like a bootstrap row. If you want to make it like a bootstrap row, we have one bootstrap class is there. What is my class name? You know, row only the class name. Okay, na? Yes. So you created what now? One bootstrap row. Bootstrap row contains how many columns? Tell me.
4.
12 columns, right? 12 columns. Here, how many sections data you have in your hand?
3 sections.
3 sections. One is like what? Label section. The next one is what?
Input control.
Control section. The next one is what? Error section or not. So I want 4 columns I want to give for label. At this moment, I want to give like same part, same columns for all. 4, 4, 4. 4, 3 is 12, right? 4 columns I want to give for what? Label. So that how we can write? I already told you, grid system, any class you use to go with the div. So div, I'm going to use like label. Okay, na? First div. Second div,
Input control.
input control. Okay, the next one,
Error message.
error message, please enter user ID. Please enter user ID. Can anyone tell, if I run this one, how the username and text box and please enter user ID is visible? Side by side or line by line?
Line by line.
Line by line.
Why? Because everyone knows. Why? Because these are like what? Block level elements, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Now I want to give the, come on, columns. I want to give the columns. So how you can give the columns? How many columns you want to give? In your hand, how many columns are there?
12,
12 columns. How many columns you want to give for the user ID?
4,
4.
Okay, 4. Okay, so class equals to call 4. The class equals to what? Class equals to columns 4. Now, if you come here, see how it is looks like 4, 4, 4. Okay, na? Yes or no? Now, this user ID in the right side, no, left side, I want in the right side. So, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Text end. Okay, now see my user ID should come to the which side? Right side or not? This is the message now. This message I want in the red color. Okay, my class name equals to text white, right? Now text danger. You used white, right, in the past. Now you can use like what? Text danger. Yes or no? I want something like bold. I want something like bold. Now if I go with this, okay, got it. Just paste here. Okay, now say this, please enter user ID. Please enter user ID. Now how many columns, sir? How many columns? 4 columns for my user ID, 4 columns for whom?
level,
Text box,
control.
text box, 4 columns for
Error message.
columns for okay error message, but still the look and feel is not good. This input is there now. I want to make it like look and feel using bootstrap. So can I go to the bootstrap? Can I go to the bootstrap? Okay, just forms there now. Okay, form controls, you can see all the forms, select to checkbox. Now this is my label, this is my text box. There has one class is there, form control is the class. Can I use that class? If I use that class to my text box, how it is look and feel changed? See this. See this. My user ID and my text box and my what? Come on. And my error message or not. If you satisfied with this, okay. I don't want this much big text box. Then the type. Can you change that columns count? Can I change that columns count? How we can change it? Instead of
Column 3.
4, can I put like 3? Now total how many? Total 12. You can adjust. Okay. Can I give like 5 here? Can I give like 5 here? Now see how it looks like. User ID, text box, and your error message or not. If you satisfied with this, can I copy this row? Can I paste here? Can I change the user ID to what? Password, and my type is like what? Type is like password. Password. Okay. Please enter user ID na password. Please enter password. You can add. Please enter password. You can add. Yes or no? Now, if you come here, my password also added or not. I need the gap between one row to another row. Tell me, one element to another element. If you want to gap, I want to expand after the border. Then you can go with what?
Margin.
Content.
Okay, margin. Can I go with the margin bottom? Now, see my user ID and my password. My user ID, I want little bit like, okay, a big font size. Font size not, okay, just I want, okay, bold. Can I use like bold? Can I use like bold? Now, this is my password. Can I cut this one? Can I paste it? Now done. Yes or no? Okay, in the login, I want some gap. Okay, login, I need some gap. Okay, so margin bottom is like, can I put like a 3? Margin bottom, can I put like 3? Okay, now can I remove this particular, okay, username and password stuff? Okay, now the next one is what you needed, the button or not. I need a login button. So if you want login button, if you want a login button, now tell me, This is my button. This button I want to make it like look and feel. For that purpose, I already told to you in the component section we have the buttons. Yes, no. Okay, which kind of button you required, you decide. Which
Right.
button? Okay, you can take this particular one. You can take this particular one. Can I add like this? Instead of primary, what do you want? Login. Now my button look and feel change it like this or not? So come on, my button look and feel change it like this or not? No, this login exactly I want to hear. Then what do you want me to do? Exactly, okay, align with the text boxes, input controls. What do you want me to do? Tell me. What do you want me to do? So how many columns you want me to leave to align with your text box? How many columns you want me to leave?
6 column, 5 or so.
5 columns you have to leave it or not. Okay, see, there has 2 options. One is like you can take one more row. One more row. Here, don't write anything. Here, don't write anything. Just you can add like this. And here, what do you want me to keep? Here, what do you want me to keep? My button or not? My button. And here, nothing is required. Just you can delete it. Okay, now it is aligned with what? Now see, you leave like 5 columns I didn't use. Now it is aligned with this one or not? But here, see, the extra this line you written, extra this line also you written or not? I don't want to do like that. So total 12 columns are there. How many columns you want to leave? Okay, first, how many columns you want to leave? Total
5.
2 columns. First 5 columns I want to leave it or not? So if you want to leave, okay, some columns, okay, then the time you can go with the offset. What is that? Offset 5. How many open? How many remaining? How many remaining?
7.
7. 7 you can give it. Now can you come here? Okay, offset. Now come here, whatever. Now say this offset 5. Now remaining 7 columns you used for what? Okay, button. If you want to use, you can use it, otherwise leave it. But if you want to, okay, leave some columns, then you can go with the class name is what? Offset or not? Agreed? Yes or no? Now compare with the last design. It is look and feel wise good or not? Compare with that. Yes or no? Come on. But here the problem, you know, if you come to this, okay, if you come to the resolution, now see, if it is like a mobile, it is looks like this. Are you satisfied with with this design? Are you satisfied with this design? If it is like mobile, I want something like this. I want something like this. Got my point? If it is like mobile, I want like this, not like this. That means based on the resolution, you have to change. Based on the resolution, you have to change these. Okay, you have to change these counts or not? Yes or? Come on. Based on the resolution, these counts you have to adjust or not? Yes or no? Come on. Based on the resolution, if it is like, okay, mobile, if it is like mobile resolution, okay, these counts will not work. These counts will not work. Tell me, if it is like mobile, these many 5 are required for user id. User id 5 required? No. Okay, text box 3 only there. 3 enough? No. No, you have to adjust or not. So based on the resolution, how many columns you want me to give for that particular content, you have to decide. You have to decide. So how many resolutions they supported in the grid system, you know, in Bootstrap, how many resolutions they supported in the grid system. Now there has multiple resolutions, 6 resolutions they supported. Okay, can you go through this? Now see this. The resolutions are what? Can you spell out? Extra small, small, medium,
Yeah.
large,
Large,
extra large,
extra large,
extra,
extra
extra large.
large.
These many resolutions, okay, Bootstrap people supported. These many resolutions, Bootstrap people supported. Now, extra small is nothing but what, you know, if my browser width is like less than 576, okay, that is nothing but extra small. Okay, if it is like small, okay, greater than 576, less than 768. Now tell me how we can differentiate. I'm giving the count to the small, medium, large. How I can differentiate, you know? See this. If you not mention any resolution, the default resolution is what? Come on,
Access.
extra small. If you not mention any resolution, the default resolution is what?
Extra small.
Extra small. If you mention the resolution, now it is specific to that particular, okay, width, that particular width. If I mention SM, my browser width is like what? Greater than 576, less than 768, then only this is into active mode or not. Like that, SM, next MD, LG, extra large XL, XXL or not. These many resolutions it is going to support. Understood, everyone? So, if you not mention anything, what is my resolution? You said
Extra small.
extra small. So, this is for what, man? This is for what? Smaller, extra smaller, something else. You not mention any resolution. Extra small.
Extra
Right?
small.
So, if it is like extra smaller, okay, how many columns you want to give for the label? 5 or no, I want to give, okay, 3. I want to give 3. Okay, now see. Next, how many columns you want to give for text box? I want to give for 5. Okay, if you're not satisfied, okay, big error messages are there. Can you do one thing? Okay, can you give like 12? Okay, can you give like 12? Can I give like 12? If you not give also, now it is looks like this or not. User ID, this is my text box and this is the one or not. If you want, see, you decide how many columns you want to give that particular resolution. Okay, here also I want to give like 12. Come on, 12 and 12. 12. Now, if I give like this, you not mentioned any resolution, then you said what? This is for which resolution?
Extra small.
Extra small. Now, if I come out, now see, it is like a extra small still there, right?
Yeah.
Extra small only applied or not? Why extra small only applied? Why not remaining? Why? Because see here there is a process is there. How, okay, these particular resolutions are going to work. See, first looking for number of columns. Did you mention any resolution?
No.
Did you mention any resolution? Tell me. Did you
No.
mention any resolution? See how it is going to work. I'm going to tell. Call 12. Did you mention any resolution?
No.
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 If you not mention any resolution, that is related to what?
Extra small.
Extra small. So extra small, how many columns?
12.
12
Okay.
column.
The next resolution is what?
Small.
Small.
Small. Did you mention any resolution for small? Did you mention any columns? Any columns for small?
No.
No. If you not mention any columns, then how it is going to work? You know, the previous resolution columns only carry forward to the next resolution. Okay, na? Come on. Now my SM is how many? How many columns SM?
12.
12. The next resolution?
Medium.
Medium.
Medium. Did you mention any columns count for medium?
No.
No. Then the time the previous resolution, how many columns?
12.
12.
12. Like that, 12 for medium, for extra large also 12, and my extra large also 12. That's the reason it is applied 12 columns for all the resolutions or not. Yes or no? Come on. You want like that, huh?
Yes, sir.
No, right? So, come on. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Call. Okay, I'm going to write. You only explain. MD5. Okay. Call MD5. Next, call MD3. Next, call MD4. What it means? How many resolutions? The columns are like 12. Extra small?
Small.
Small. Medium? How many? Medium there or not there?
There.
There. So that medium onwards what? 5. Next one is what? Extra large. Extra large there or not there?
There.
Extra large there are?
Not there.
Not there. If it is not there, previous how many columns? Medium.
5.
Medium
How
5.
many columns? 5. Those 5 carry forward to extra large or not? Extra large there or not there?
Not there.
Not there. Extra large how many? 5. The 5 carry forward to extra large. So in this case, XS12, SM12, MD5, LG5, XL5, XXL5 or not? Yes, no. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see. Extra small, how many? 12. Okay, so this one. 12 means full width is going to take. SM how many? Till SM only.
12.
SM how many?
12.
Okay, medium onwards. Tell me. Medium onwards.
5.
5. Okay, next medium. Next large. Next extra large. Extra large. All are 5. If you don't want 5, you can adjust it. Okay, now here I'm not satisfied. Here I'm not satisfied. Extra small is okay, but small, okay, I don't want like this. Small, I don't want like this. This is big one, right? Then, come on. Can I change it to SM, SM, SM? Then what happened? We'll see. Okay, na? Now, see, if it is like SM, 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 I'm not satisfied. Say this. SM. Are you okay with this? This is very small, na? So I'm not satisfied. MD onwards, it is okay. For my SM, can I write my own? Call SM. Okay. 4. Call SM 4. Next, or 3. Next, call SM 5. 5 plus 3? Come on. 8. Call. How many are pending? SM 4. Okay, na? Yes. Now tell me for the label XX, how many? XS.
12.
Next, medium, how many? Small how many?
3.
3. Medium.
5.
Large.
5.
Extra large.
5.
Extra large.
5.
Yes, you're right. Okay, now can you come here? See, you test it. As a developer, you test. You satisfied, that's okay. If you're not satisfied, you can change it. See this. Small. Are you okay? Small. Next, medium. Next, large, extra large. Okay, your wish. Otherwise, medium also you can change. Okay, medium also I want to take like SM only. So you can take it. You can take it. Now tell me, my medium how many? 3. Yes or no? Now, can you come here? Okay, small. Okay, extra small. Small, medium, okay, large, extra large, extra large or not. Finally, if you satisfied, then only can you add the same stuff for remaining also. Yes or no? Come on. Password, please enter. Password. Okay, now can you come here? Now See this. See, this is you have to adjust, right? You have to adjust or not?
Yes.
Okay, how you can adjust? For any time, it should align with what? Your text box or not. So you can do something like this. Come on. Offset, okay. If you not mention anything, 12. Okay, next resolution.
Smart.
Offset SM, how many you want me to leave?
5.
3. You have to leave 3, then only, right? It's going to start with what? 5. Okay, then only, right? The text box is visible. You have to leave how many? How many you have to leave? Label, you have to leave it. Yes or no? See here, this is my label now. This is the label, right? Here login button should be. That means you have to leave how many? 3, right? Next, for SM, for SM3, large, how many you want me to leave?
5.
5. Okay, now you can save this. Now come here. If it is like extra small like this, okay, see, aligned or not? Anytime it's aligned or not. If you not mention anything, okay, you leave remaining all occupied by whom button only or not. If you not mention also, no problem. How many you have to leave, just you can tell. How many you have to leave, just you can tell. Understood? Come on. This is the way the bootstrap grid system is going to work. If anybody asks, okay, how the bootstrap grid system is going to work, then what's your answer? Your answer should be, in bootstrap grid system, we are going to take like one row. Okay, the row divided like 12 columns. Based on your resolution for your section of content, how many columns you want to give, you can give it. My bootstrap supports for these many resolutions: extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, and extra large. All these things you can tell. Understood? One.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, then now if you have some idea on this particular resolutions, now we have one utilities concept is there, display concept. What is this display concept? You know, some of the content not required in the mobile, some of the content not required in the medium, some of the content is not required in the large. Okay, that means based on the resolution, I want to hide and show the content. Based on the resolution, I want to show and hide the content. So how we can show and hide the content based on the resolution? Okay, let's take this one only. Okay, now this is the one, right? Here you can take like some phone number. Top header is there, right? You can take like one span. Now cut this one and you can paste. Okay, I want this one in the right side. So how we can text end, text end. Now can you come here? Can I refresh? Now this is visible here or not? Okay, I want text white. Text white color I want. You can close it, right? I want to text white. Okay, now see, there has something like this, right? Okay, the scroll is coming. Okay, you should not get that scroll. We can fix it. Now this phone is there now. This phone I don't want, okay, for extra small resolution, okay, and small resolution. From medium only I want that phone. From medium resolution only I want that phone. Okay, first this scroll you can fix it. Okay, how you can fix it? Because of, okay, see, if you want to know because of which line this scroll came, okay, just you can inspect like this. See, now this is the one, right? This is the UL. This is the UL. Can I give some background color? Background is like white. Okay. Whenever you give like background color white, then the time it's okay. It's not visible, right? Okay. See, if the background color is not there, see, if in this menu only it is visible or not. See, there is a like overlapping. Now, if whenever you given like background color, there is no overlap, nothing. So, can I go to index.css or styles.css for my UL? Okay, just you can give some background color is like white. Okay, border bottom you can give, that's okay, fine. Now, this particular scroll, why it is coming, just you can check like this. This UL you can delete it, normal. Still scroll there or not there? Come on, there or not there? There. You can delete this element. Scroll there or not there? Okay. Now you can delete this one. Scroll not there. That means content causing an issue. Okay. First point is content causing an issue. In the content, there are multiple things are there, right? Okay. Now you can delete. Okay. Randomly you can delete. Randomly you can delete. Okay. If I delete this one, no issue. If I delete this one, if I delete this one, no issue. Okay. This one is there. If I delete this one, okay. See the scroll gone. Can you do Control Z? Now this one causing an issue, this line, that means the button causing an issue or not? Yes or no? So can you go to the button? Where is that button? Yes, this is the button, right? This is the button. Okay, can you give an offset, right? You given like offset or not? This 12 you can leave it. Offset, okay, SM offset 3 means how many are remaining? SM how many? 8 or 9? 9. Okay, next call LG how many? 7. LG 7. Okay, now if I refresh, then the type, okay, there is no scroll, nothing, that much scroll, but there has another scroll is there. Why this scroll? Because of row. Because of row. If you observe in Bootstrap, wherever you see, wherever you written the row, by default my row has, okay, some margin left and right, okay, these many, okay, margin left and right. Because of this margin left and right, you are getting like the scroll. So this row is not written by you. This is written by whom? Bootstrap people, right? To avoid wherever the row you written, can you do one thing now onwards? Wherever you written the row or rows, can you wrap all the rows in a one div and add one class to that particular div? What is that class, sir? Okay, well done. Now come here, see all the rows inside one div. That particular div applied with one class called as a container fluid. Whatever my row has the margins outside, that one is like fit here in the container fluid. Now if you come here, see there is no scroll, nothing. Now there has no scroll, nothing. Now there has no scroll, nothing. Okay, now container fluid is there, container is there. The difference what? Some of the website, did you observe? For example, Candy TV, you can take it. Okay, now see there has, okay, right side some content, left side some content, they leave it, right? some of the website some of the website, if you see this one, they leave some content, some more content in the left side, some more content in the right side. Okay, if you observe, just wait. Okay, internet is slow. Now, if you observe here, there has left side some content for ads, that's okay. They leave some content in the left and right also or not. They leave some content in the left and right. If you want to leave some content left and right, then that time we have one class is there. Okay, container. Container is the class. Okay, if you come here, whenever you add the container class, whenever you add that container class, now see how it looks like. Okay, they leave some space in the left and the right. Okay, CONTA, right? Okay, spell mistake. They leave some space in the left and the right side also. Okay, this is my div. Okay, for my content, they leave some space. See this? Okay, left side and left side. Okay, see, left and right. They leave some content. Okay, some space or not. They leave some space in the left side as well as right side for my content. Okay, so container. If you want to leave some space left and right, keep the content in the container section. Container fluid, wherever the rows are there, to avoid that horizontal scroll, keep the rows inside the container fluid. These two classes you have to remember, given by the Bootstrap people. Okay, na? Now come here. This phone number I don't want for my, come on, for my mobile. Okay, extra small and small. So can I write like a class D none? Okay, if I write like display none class, then what happens? See, now if you come here, that is not only not visible for XS and SM, but also it is not visible for all the resolutions or not. Yes or no? But our requirement is what? Our requirement is what? Display none. I want to apply for how many resolutions? For how many resolutions you want me to apply? D none I want to apply extra small and small. From medium onwards, come on, medium onwards, what do you want?
Invisible.
Okay, visible, right? So block you can add it. Now it is visible. Now if you come here, okay, extra small is not visible. Okay, small also not visible. Now if you come to the medium onwards, it is visible or not? Yes or no? So D none, none is display none. Resolution you mentioned or not mentioned? Not mentioned, is nothing but extra small. Extra small is not visible. Next one is like what? Small there or not there? Not there. So previous one only it is going to carry forward. So previous one is what? Not visible. So SM also not visible. So medium, black means visible. Large there or not there? Not there. So medium only carry forward to large. Visible? Yes. Block means visible. Next, large to extra large to extra large. It's like carry forward or not. Yes or no? Now, if you come to this grid system, in the utility section, there has display. If you observe here, you can see. Now come here. Now see, hide on all the resolutions. If you want to hide, what is the class name? What is the class name? Display none.
None.
Hidden only for access. Display none. No, SM onwards should what? Block, right? Yes or no? Hidden only for SM. Hidden only for SM. Come on. Hidden only for SM. By default, block only, right? If you write one div span, by default visible or not visible? By default. By default visible. So that is block. So for XS, it is visible. SM not visible. You mentioned like SM none. MD onwards visible or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, hidden only on MD. Okay, so first XS by default visible only, SM also visible. MD if you don't want, none. Display MD none is not visible. LG I want to make it like visible, right? Yes or no? So visible on all. Okay, D block. If you not write also by default that is visible for all the resolutions or not. Yes or no? Same like this, remaining also. Just you can go through these things. Understood? Come on. Display classes. Now you are able to understand or not? If you know the grid system, it is easy to understand. Okay. So once our development is completed, what is our next level step? Once our development is completed, what we have to do? So for this particular application, who can see? So for this particular application, who can see?
End user.
Okay, this is my mission. I shared my screen, you can see, but outside people, they can't write. Then Whatever
to
the application run inside my local machine, can you run the same application in your cloud machine? Yes or not?
Not.
So already I have the cloud machine. So let me connect with the cloud machine, my cloud machine details and everything I have, so that let's connect it. Okay, let me connect. Now in the cloud machine, I have some space. Okay, I divided that space with some domain names. Okay, so in that particular domain, I want to keep my code. What is my domain name? What is my domain name? My subdomain dev.uijavakit.com. Now let me delete this. Whatever the previous I added in my cloud machine, let me delete it. Okay, today these are the things, right? Okay, these all just I want to add it. Okay, now moving the files from my local to server memory, terminology wise, I can say like what? Terminology wise, I can say like a deployment. Okay, once the code is like successfully deployed, now by using this particular domain name, you can see, okay, the code what we written so far in your browser, not only you, me, in this world, anyone can see it or not. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, you also try. You can check this website. You can see that particular web page or not. Okay, in future, this is like basic thing. In future, by using React, we are going to develop our application and we are going to deploy and connect with the database and use Node.js. All these things we are going to discuss. Are you able to see the web page? Okay. Okay then. So the thing is, you all are in the WhatsApp group, right? If you're not in the WhatsApp group, just you can join. If you're interested, just you can join. Okay, go to our VDS school website. Okay, just join from here. Join WhatsApp group. Okay, because okay, today is like our last demo session, so we are going to remove this one. Today's session we are going to upload in the YouTube. Just you can go through these demo sessions. Okay, next week onwards. Okay, the link and everything is going to change. And one more thing is like we assigned in the WhatsApp group one mentor. Okay, he's going to give like some assignments on daily basis. Just you can work with him. Okay, his name is like Shanmuka. He's going to work. He's going to give the assignments. Okay. Okay, then I will upload. Okay, just you can go through this one. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions, just you can drop a mail trainings@vdschool.com. Otherwise, in the vdschool.com, you can find the phone number also. Otherwise, you can use WhatsApp group. Thank you guys.